Chapter 2, Nina. Connie and I say our goodbyes with a promise to see each other later on, and I head to the pharmacy to pick up the prescriptions and a few other items. I head home to start the cleanup. I strip my bed sheets. I still need to know if Scott needs them for his investigation. For now, I throw them in a garbage bag and put them in the laundry room. If it were up to me, I would burn them, the bed too. I lost all my mattress and put fresh sheets and blankets on the bed. I head to the shower. With the hottest water I can stand, I climb in and scrub my skin, removing any traces of that nameless, faceless creep. My skin is red and irritated. Midway through, I break down, collapsing to the shower floor and just lie there in the fetal position, questioning why this had to happen to me. What did I do to bring this on? Had this guy been watching me, a woman who lives alone? Was I just a random victim, or was I being stalked? Once I shed my last few tears, I pick myself up, I rinse off, and get out of the shower. My skin is still feeling the brunt of my vicious scrubbing. I gently dry off and slather some lotion on to calm my skin. I put my robe on and wrap a towel around my hair. I find Dominick's card and decide to call him. The sooner I get this over with, the safer I will feel. He picks up on the second ring. "This is Dominick." For a few seconds, I think this is a terrible idea. I can't do this. "Hi, Dominick. It's Nina. Nina Belton. We met at the hospital earlier." "Oh, yeah, with Connie. Yes. What can I do for you, Nina?" "Would you have time today or tomorrow to show me some of the firearms? Connie mentioned the Bersa Thunder 380. She said she loves it." "She does love that gun. It is compact and you can fit it into your pocket. The pistol grip is small and it fits nicely in your hand. The recoil isn't bad either. I can show you several options when you get here." "When would you be available?" "I will be back from lunch by 1. I plan to go to Bertha's if you want to meet there. I can go over some stuff before we go to the range. It will allow me to focus solely on you versus being at the range and being pulled in different directions. If you've never been to a range, it can be intimidating, and I want you prepared beforehand. I can be at Bertha's around noon." "Yes, I can be there at noon." "I suggest you bring a hat with the bill, a bandana, wear jeans and a shirt that comes up to your neck, and closed-toed shoes. You'll thank me for it later." "Okay, will do. See you at the diner." "Looking forward to it. See you then." He hangs up and I clutch the phone to my chest. I know this is the first step to true independence, the first step to restore my ability to live alone without fear, the first step toward a safer, more secure future. I head to my closet and pull on a pair of dark jeans, a vintage NKOTB t-shirt, the one with the guys in the tuxedos, put a black baseball cap on, pulling my ponytail through the back opening, and fold up a bandana and put it into my pocket. I throw on my tennis shoes. Heading into the bathroom, I put on a little moisturizer with SPF and eyeliner, then brush my teeth. That's gonna have to do it. I don't need to attract any more attention to myself. The longer that I'm in this house by myself, the more my fear and insecurities edge in. I need to get out of here before I lose it. The sanctity of my home has been breached. Not only was my body affected, but my peace of mind has also been affected as well. The memories are right there to drag me back to that dark place. I grab my keys, phone, purse, and run to my car, slamming and locking the front door, hoping to shut them inside. I know they will be there when I return, but for a few hours I can put them behind me. I drive to the diner and park. It's still early. I pull up a book on my phone to read. Something sappy, where the boy meets the girl, they fall in love, and live happily ever after. Glad that works for some people, but not everyone is blessed to find a love like that. So far, I haven't fared very well in the love department, and now with this ridiculously sad setback, I may never find anyone. I'll probably be too fearful to leave the house, holed up with an arsenal and not let anyone else in, making my own bullets in my spare time. Oh, I need to get out of my own head. Back to my book, A Glorious Escape from This New Hellish Reality. I'm so lost in my book that I don't notice Dominick standing outside my window. He knocks softly with his knuckles, and I jump. I didn't realize how engrossed I was. I clutch at my chest and almost drop my phone. I put a finger up and take a deep breath. He takes a step back from my door. I open it, and he says, "I'm sorry I scared you." "It's okay. I've had a day. I'm just a little jumpy. I don't want to get into what all I've been through with him. If I get to know him, then I might feel comfortable enough to spill the beans. An initial meeting is not when you reveal your extra baggage. I also don't want to burden him with it. And I certainly don't need the pity or sympathy. Thanks for meeting me here." We head inside to the diner. As soon as we walk in, I'm immediately self-conscious. All eyes are on us. In this town, everything can turn into fodder for the rumor mill. People watch us walk to our table together. I'm single, and I assume he is single too, so I'm not sure how this could become a small town scandal. Unless the townsfolk already know about the rape, in which case the only people that know about that are Scott and Connie. Maybe other officers in the police department have been made aware of it by now. I hope they wouldn't betray me and tell others about it. "So, how do you know Connie?" I really wasn't sure how I would answer that if it were asked. I better come up with something fast. This isn't a lie, but doesn't tell him that I was one of her patients, not one of her V-word. I met with her this morning. His eyes narrow. He takes in a deep breath. Connie's a safe examiner. The only time she meets with people is after. His voice trails off. Realization hits him. No wonder she suggested you learn about firearm safety. I'm sorry, do you mind me asking how long ago it happened? He takes in another deep breath. That seems to be a trend with the men around here. You probably won't believe it, but early this morning, I went straight to the hospital. They called Scott Jenkins in to question me and had Connie do the exam. Again, I'm sorry. If you want to meet a different day, we can. No, I need to do this for myself. The faster I get through this, the safer I'll feel. That miscreant took a lot away from me. Miscreant, huh? He stifles a laugh. A person who behaves badly or breaks the law. I try not to cuss, so that was the harshest thing I could say about him. I laugh because it's either that or I will cry right here. My emotions are raw and all over the place. I think you will feel better knowing that you're in charge of protecting yourself and your property. The police have their function. However, when seconds count, I want to be able to protect myself. I understand, though, that if you do choose to take that into your hands, there is grave responsibility. Just because you're within your rights to protect yourself, that doesn't mean that someone can't come back and sue in civil court and win. If you pull your weapon, shoot to kill, not maim or injure. You may have a firearm for years and never need it, but I would rather have it and never need to use it than not have one when I do need it. I understand. I don't ever want to be a V-word again. A victim? He asks. I nod. I don't want to give that word life. I am more than that, and I will get past this. That's the spirit. You can wallow in it or soar above it. This can either keep you down or you can use it to learn new skills. You seem resilient enough. I think I would have taken at least a day to deal, but everyone is different. What happened to you shouldn't have. The waitress walks over to take our orders. We both order cheeseburgers and fries. Easy enough. A few minutes later, Scott Jenkins walks in and spots me with Dominick. He comes over to our table and greets me with, "Nina, what are you doing here? I thought you would be at home." More V-word shaming. What? I shouldn't be out of the house? The little woman should be curled up into the fetal position and let the cops take care of her safety? Yeah, right. The next bastard that comes into my house will be met with a bullet to the face. Of course, I don't share all of my ravings with him. He would probably arrest me right here. Dominick and I are heading to the gun range after lunch. Is there a problem with that, Officer Jenkins? No, I just thought you would want to rest. Don't forget that I need you to come down to the station when you feel up to it. Thanks for your concern, but I will deal with this my way. By the way, do you need my sheets? I took them off my bed and threw them in a garbage bag. Maybe he needs something else to do instead of worrying about me being out to lunch. I will call you later this week and we can attempt to identify the perp, okay? I can't help my snarky attitude. I don't want or need him coddling me. Scott says, I will send the crime scene unit over to collect them and the clothes you were wearing this morning. Dominick is watching this exchange like a tennis match, his hazel eyes darting from me to Scott and back. How's it going, Dominick? Dominick says, good. Better than you are right this minute. He laughs. Scott is clearly embarrassed and walks away. I join him in a laugh. Wow, that was intense. I shouldn't be upset with him. I know he's concerned about me, but I'm not going to sit at home like the good little woman. It's not happening. That gives that jerk face more power. I shouldn't have to lock myself away because some creeper has no self-control. Jerk face and creeper? You come up with some descriptive words. He laughs again. Well, I could curse like a sailor, but I don't want to do that. I'm sure you can come up with some choice words when you get mad. Probably better than any curse word on the list. Maybe so. I stare off. I know I need to apologize to Scott when I see him again. The waitress comes back with our food, and that pulls me out of my thoughts. I'm fully aware that he didn't do this to me. Some low-life loser did this to me. Scott was just surprised to see me out and about so soon after.